Hi guys, a very warm welcome to a new design review. Actually, many of you asked for this car, the Lucid Air. And without any further ado, let's dive into the launch video.
The future. It's impossible to see. And when it's finally here, it might not be what you'd expect.
I've been quite strong about launch videos, about honest design, dishonest design, and I think I haven't seen the video yet, so this is new for me too, but just by first glance, this is again this sort of holistic approach that I discussed at the Range Rover review 2. If you haven't seen that, please do tune in. It's a long video, over 40 minutes, but I think it's worth it because they go into a lot of detail. I'll go into a lot of detail in that video too. Back to the Lucid Air. This is an electric car, it's a new brand. And it's complex to design something from scratch, not being able to look at heritage, which is extremely important in the realm, let's say, of automotive design. So creating something new from, let's say, a white sheet of paper is perhaps the dream job for many car designers, but it's also wildly complex and on many facets of the automotive design process it is complex. So this brand seems to really understand itself. Maybe that sounds weird, but the conceptual background of the brand is extremely strong. It's consistent. If you look at their let's say Instagram channel, for instance, their photography, the videography in this video, even in the first few seconds, is extremely consistent and relevant for the brand. So this was one of the many issues that I discussed in the Mercedes-Benz videos on my channel, and they keep on missing the point. And the point is very much understood by the people at Lucid. So enough about the video in itself. Let's have a quick look at the car and the down the road graphic, which is sort of the combination of all the graphics, the outlines, the facial features, if you like, of the car. And of course this is an electric car, so there's no grille, at least. Lucid didn't put a fake grille on, like for instance Mercedes-Benz is doing. And it shows a certain confidence that, sure, a grille used to be very important because it was there, because it had a function to take in air for the combustion engine, to cool it down and all the other things that air was needed for. That much air is not needed anymore. So let's be honest, let's talk about the real story. And the real story is that this is an electric car. So through design, the honest story is conveyed to the public. And it's not just a generic shape that the people at Lucid designed. It's a very typical, unique, new string of DNAs, if you like. Unique proportions, very soft, rich surfacing, no weird details. It's wildly clean, these very nice vertical daytime running lights, let's say, that define the corners of the car, and then in between these strong graphics that you'll find on the front and mainly the back, of course, but also on the side. Beautifully executed, very nice attention to detail, and a true new piece of car design. It's truly a Lucid, and there never was a Lucid, so a really great job by the people at Lucid at first glance. Let's continue the video.
It might just be better.
Stop it very quickly, because here in this shot, with a bit more light, of course, on the body, you can see that rich, that clean surfacing, without it being boring or without it being blobby, for instance, like the EQS at Mercedes-Benz. So you can see there are many different ways of doing clean and soft and rounded, if you like, surfacing, but there's so much tension in the surfaces here, and these beautiful crisp lines in the bonnet. and this lovely tiny bit of chrome that is applied to the lower end of the sills. Just on point. Very well done.
Introducing luxury electric. Introducing Lucid Air.
And this rear end as well, very interesting way of treating the shut lines. Look how far and how deep that rear and shut line is going around the boot area. This contrasted roof on top. Forms are extremely consistent here. So the surfacing, the graphical outlines of the windows, of the lower graphics in the grille, like the lower intake in the front bumper, let's call it a grille, and then of course the horizontal headlights and taillights that aren't a copy of each other. It's not a simple application of the same thing over and over all over the car, but it's this consistent piece of design that is full of character, and there's nothing too much, but it's also not too minimalistic. It's not, it still has a lot of love and a lot of character to it. Really nicely done.
A warm welcome to everyone joining us here in Lucid's headquarters. We'll see the fusion of the art and the science, the technology, all coming together in an incredible product which will offer the customer so much more. Luxury and comfort, incredible performance, remarkable range, so much space, just the volume of the frunk. And the HMI, it's a beautiful piece of art. The
HMI, human-machine interface, so the thing, let's say, that helps you as a human to control the machine, control the car. There is some physical switchgear, there are obviously touch screens, but again here it's this consistent thought, this consistent concept of these rich, soft surfaces carried over from the exterior into the interior. It's not just a square screen slapped onto the dashboard. It's consistent with the interior and exterior shape. So here again, well done on the first generic, let's say, overview of the interior too. A little bit of chrome or aluminium perhaps, but nothing too much. And that I would say is true luxury. It's not slapping kilos and kilos of chrome on everything to make it look more expensive. Mercedes-Benz. And actually making something that works for the people inside. That is luxury.
Technology that underpins it is out of this world.
From the very beginning, our core mission has been to accelerate the adoption of electrification. For the last 13 years, we've been pursuing this goal. We began by advancing our battery technology under our Ativa brand, where we logged over 20 million miles in real-world driving data. Armed with everything we learned, we then turned our efforts to creating the best car in the world by rethinking from the ground up every single aspect of the vehicle's engineering and design. On the design side, we wanted to simplify the vehicle to its core essence, to create something future-forward yet timeless. We wanted our car to be effortlessly sleek, seamless, and to cut through the air like an aircraft. This pursuit of simplicity focused the design around a single feature line that connects our front light blade, travels down the shoulder to the rear of the car, and ties to our minimalist taillight. One of the advantages that Lucid has is that our drivetrain components are incredibly compact and power dense. We push all those components down and away to give all that extra space to the passenger.
So it's actually interesting that they show this because very often the real design process, let's say, is not shared. And this illustrates very well why this is such a good piece of design. It's not just that it's pretty or not pretty. Of course, you can personally like it or dislike it, but it's the thinking behind that and then the execution of the thinking behind it that makes this, to me, an excellent piece of vehicle design. It's an honest story. It does what it says on the tin, and it's within that just very well executed. Like I said, proportional statement is great, the surfacing is fantastic, and the details are really on point.
It creates a very unique paradigm where we're larger on the inside, but more compact on the outside.
So to enable the space concept to work, it required mastery of electric cars, electric powertrain, battery, motor, transmission, power electronics or inverter, and software. We do all that in-house. Over the last 2 years, Lucid, under its Ativa technology wing, has been the supplier for the world's premier electric race car series, the World Championship. That pack was created, conceived, engineered, developed, and is actually manufactured here in this very building. That technology that we've developed and finessed on the racetracks is now finding its way directly into the Lucid Air. I'm really delighted that Lucid Air has been validated as achieving over 500 miles. This relentless search for efficiency has resulted in the rest of the system being minute, and yet, unbelievably, we have over 1,000 horsepower.
We develop a whole host of cutting-edge technologies and systems fully in-house. One to mention would be our Dream Drive system. We have a host of 32 ADAS sensors. We've been able to re-engineer a headlamp completely. We're using our micro-lens array optical system to achieve the most homogeneous headlight of any car out there. Another aspect that's fully developed in-house is our 924-volt architecture.
We have a pack which can take 300 kilowatts of fast charge over 900 volts. No one else has that. This is groundbreaking.
The Wunderbox enables us to charge very, very fast, and one of the most customer important systems is the bidirectionality. This will enable you to use the car as a battery system.
Also, we have our first ESS system. We can use the same technologies from our car into our static energy storage systems, and then achieve an economy of scale which feeds back to the car.
This September, we started to build the first cars in our AMP factory in Casa Grande, which is the first greenfield EV factory in North America, and to my knowledge, the fastest automotive plant ever built. This is just the first phase of our manufacturing expansion, with phase 2 kicking off shortly and scheduled for completion of the first step, general assembly, in 2022. Because if you're building a luxury vehicle, without quality, there is no way. It requires quality in every step, in your design, in your engineering, in your manufacturing processes, and in the people you hire. Quality must be the foundation and the first principle of everything you do.
The Lucid UX experience starts outside the car in our vehicle app. This app is tied to your Lucid ID, so as you approach the car, it knows it's you and loads your unique profile. You can then use natural voice commands to play music, set a stop on your navigation, or even check your calendar. This Lucid ID further connects all aspects of the Lucid customer journey to create a seamless experience from retail to web to app to overall in-car experience.
Quite a few important points are made here and shown as well. Again, that consistency in design I think is extremely important, and it shows that they've done it from the app to the human-machine interface, and especially the graphics on the screen. Perhaps you remember some of the videos that I criticized the appearance in the car, basically, of wild graphics that are not luxurious because they make you tired. So it's the opposite of luxury, you could say. If the car makes you uncomfortable, it's not a luxurious experience. It's actually the exact 100% opposite, and that's what Lucid does very well here. And you see it in the materials they've applied to their showroom floors, to the furniture, to the photos on the background. Superbly consistent. Well done.
On the retail end, our approach was to put all the love and care we put into the Lucid Air into our retail studio experience. We already have 6 retail locations open in California and Florida, with more opening throughout 2021 and beyond.
We're going to launch Lucid Air with the exquisite limited edition Dream Edition. This car has over 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 under 2.5 seconds, a standing quarter in 9.9. It's an incredible and unique fusion of performance and range.
Although we consider the Air to be a profound achievement, we believe this is just the beginning for Lucid. Firstly, our vehicle division will comprise a range of cars, each featuring our breakthrough technologies. And this all starts with the Lucid Air, but will quickly expand to other platforms and echelons within the market. We'll gradually make our cars progressively more affordable. Secondly, our energy storage solution division is being developed for home, commercial, and utility scales. We're planning to achieve enterprise-level storage for homes and businesses alike. Thirdly, our technology division, similar to how we supply battery packs to the premier World Championship EV Racing Series, we aim to grow as a technology supplier to other OEMs. We further believe that our technology has significant potential applications in the aviation, heavy machinery, marine, and agricultural industries. So from everyone here at Lucid, thank you so much for joining us here today. But we have one last sneak peek for you. Introducing Project Gravity.
Let's quickly stop the video here, and you can see that this new design language, it's a new DNA, and if you do that well, you can translate that onto different packages, onto different typologies of motor cars. And you see it works, right? This is a completely different package as in SUV, which you see that a very recognizable contrast roof, the horizontal graphics, the clean surfaces, they are a little bit more squarish here, let's say, in Project Gravity, but still very recognizable. So they can be mended, they can be changed. They offer designers, so I'm talking about the DNA here, it offers designers, let's say, a selection of tools, a range of forms and colors and materials, and basically the whole lot, within which, like a framework within which cars can now be designed. To establish that foundation is complex and it's extremely hard, and it shows through the work they're doing now, progressing from the Air to newer or different concepts, if you like, that have done their job rather well. Of course, they won't show too much, but these beautiful details again return to an SUV-ish type of car. Looking at the headlight graphic there, it's again instantly recognizable with that brow, this chrome or aluminium. It's hard to spot in this video, brow on top of the headlights, but it's a bit more pointy, it's a bit more dynamic perhaps compared to the sedan. So it shows how the character can be changed of the brand DNA they established through the Air. Really well done. It's honestly has been great to see the brand develop. I've been following the brand through their social media mainly, and of course press releases and stuff like that. It's just really great work, and it's such a young brand, and then to see that they hit it on the head continuously and consistently. Yeah, well done. Well done to the people, all people at Lucid. So this is, this goes over, let's say, just design. It's like I said, it's the social media, it's the photography, it's the marketing, it's the design of showrooms. Really well done. Positive note to end this design review. Let me know in the comments what you think of what Lucid is doing, and whether you agree or disagree with me. Let me know. Be in touch, and I'll see you for the next video. Thanks a lot.